Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the Social Tea here. I'll be here talking about all things social, including celebrity news, reality shows, and what's going on in pop culture. In other words, I'll be spilling the tea and telling everybody's business. However, we know folks always give their feelings. So, I must say, all things stated here are alleged and are my opinion only. Now, before we get our teacups out, make sure you hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe. So with that being said, relax, get comfortable, and let's get into it. So as promised, we have the interview of LaTocha Scott on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show this morning. The interview was not scheduled. They just pretty much dropped by the studio and talked to Ricky Smiley and his team. After that, Kandi Burruss actually called in to give her 2 cents on LaTosha's interview. There also felt like there was a little bit of back and forth between LaTocha and the brat, but I'll let you take a listen.
LaTocha Scott situation is going on, honey. I'm telling you, it's still going on. They're saying that Tamika Scott, she shared some screenshots, y'all, of LaTocha Scott alleged $30,000 stealing and is exposing anonymous threatening involving her, Tiny Harris, and Todd Tucker, honey. They say things have gone from bad to worse for the two sister songsters, and one of them, y'all, is releasing screenshots to back up, honey, her claims. Now they're saying, y'all, that Tamika Scott has produced, honey, screenshots in hopes of proving, y'all, her allegation that her sister LaTocha Scott stole that $30,000 in royalties from her. Not only, y'all,
it was more than that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
She said she was being kind by saying only 30,000.
Yep. Oh, Jesus, honey. But they're saying not only, y'all, that, but, honey, she's exposing an anonymous text that she says threatened to expose her sex tape. Oh my God. They got sex tapes out now. They're also saying that she said that Tiny Harris and Kandi Burruss' husband Todd Tucker were threatened, honey, in a text which she believes is linked to her sibling. But not upon that. Now this is some more mess, y'all. This woman, this mistress, honey. Now LaTocha's husband, mistress, is speaking out, honey. She says she is sick and tired of playing games. Honey, here's what she said.
People think this, they call it I'm a side chick, but I'm like, no, this ain't no typical side chick. I don't care what y'all call it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how you look at it, what you call it. I was in a relationship, full-blown relationship. You know,
so he spent the night at your house.
He always just complimented me. You know, told me I was the best thing ever happened to him. He told me I reminded him of his mama. He cried in front of me. No man not gonna just cry.
What did he cry about? When you went on trips, you were public together.
Well, yeah, we've been out. People seen us out together. I mean, he tongued me down in the middle of a Vegas club in front of everybody. He was my man.
You didn't feel guilty?
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Now this is who?
This LaTocha, the one that's alleged that stole the $30,000 from Tamika. This is her husband. Honey, her husband allegedly cheated.
He with a chick that remind him of his mama.
Of his mama, Ricky.
And he tongued her down.
And he tongued her down, baby, in the middle of the place.
Oh, man.
Wow.
None of the bitches is talking. I mean, Lord Jesus, honey.
She said she ain't no side chick.
She said she ain't no side chick, honey. So she made
okay, well, where he going home to? If not a side chick, where is he going home to every night?
Yeah, but I mean, there's different definitions for side chicks now, I guess. I mean, you know, just because he's going home, she still feel that she was the main woman because he cried, Ricky. She said he cried in front of, she said men don't cry in front of no woman, especially the black man.
She got a point there.
Yep, when you cry.
That's what that dude said. Last night, me and my woman, we cried together. Said we cried together, and then we make love. He never made love before. Did I hit it, Brett?
No.
That was cute.
Said we run. There it is. Run. We cried together.
Oh my
Why you close your mouth and together?
And then we made love.
Oh my God. Isn't that so? I feel so bad for LaTocha, honey. This woman is saying this about
Brett,
her
come on now.
husband.
What?
Don't leave me out there.
You ain't out there. You did good.
You did good, Ricky.
Yeah.
All right, but we're gonna keep all parties lifted in prayer. Oh, I feel so bad for Latasha, honey. Oh my God.
Why you feel so bad?
Because her husband, Brett, he cheated. He tongue kissed a woman in the middle of the floor. He cried. He probably never cried around Latasha.
Well, they got some of those chicks. They'll be all right. From all what's the name?
That make you cry?
I mean, yeah. I mean, how many? I want to know how many chicks they get. How much money allegedly?
Yeah.
Chicks came in for like around $30,000. She said she was being kind when she said it was only $30,000. So that means it had to be
because little Tamika's mama said the first check was $20,000.
Yeah.
Right.
So if it was several checks equal more than 30,000.
Yeah, several means between 5 and 12 in the black community.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's sound scan. It's your royalty, so you get those, often.
My Lord. Well, bless her spirit, y'all. So hopefully, because she did say she would pay him back. Now, Latasha did say she would pay the money back. So
she did say that? When?
Yeah, she admitted, she said that she would pay the money back just because she wanted her sister back. She said she would pay the money back just to get her sister back. So
I think their relationship is over.
Yeah,
sisters can't break up. People don't
Next
break up.
time you see them together, they're gonna be singing. They're gonna be like the Caravans, like Shirley Caesar and Dorothy Norwood.
All right, the Kelowna
And we will see the city. Oh, yeah.
And
I won't be back. I won't be back. I won't be back. No more.
The Kelowna Day and the Viva Magenta on the high end, you say Viva Magenta, and on the lunch, you say beautiful punch man.
He'll take your glue.
Yes, baby, we're gonna sweep through the city, though, honey.
Y'all give it up for Gary with the team. But she wants to tell LaTocha Scott is on with us this morning. Y'all give her a big round of applause.
LaTocha Scott.
And LaTocha, thank you for coming this morning.
For sure.
But
It's family. I mean,
let's go.
Yeah.
We are so happy to have you, and thank you for taking this interview. Unplanned and at the last minute, gracing us with your presence. You are a legend, and let's get into it.
What's up, Brett?
What's
All
up?
right, so a lot has been said out there in the media about you, and you and your sister Tamika, and we want to clear things up.
The film, everything started to go crazy. Like I tell people, I signed up to be celebrated. All of us, to be honest. 30 years in the game, that's what it should have been. There are so many things that I don't understand about editing and just how everything is kind of transpired. So all I can say is I signed up to sing. I signed up for good stuff, and it ended up not being that. And I just wish I never would have signed up for this, to be honest. And with my sister, she's always going to be my sister. That's my family. We go through highs and lows, and everybody got peaks and valleys. It's just right now we're going through it in the public eye. And I just ask that people would allow us to do that without judgment and allow us to be sisters and figure this out, so.
So now, Latasha, this gear, you know who this is, so I ain't got to introduce myself to you.
You do
But
not.
Latasha, now, we've been following the show, SWV and
Yes.
Escape and what have you and stuff. And the madness has been going back and forth with you and Tamika with the $30,000 alleged that you're supposed to have taken from her and your husband, Rocky. So my thing is, did y'all take the money? And I know you said in a report that, to get your sister back, you would give her back the money. And $30,000 is not that much money, especially with you and Rocky. So my thing is, did y'all
But wait a
take
minute.
the money? Did you cash the check?
I never said give something back. I said I wanted my sister back.
Oh,
and I said
I
if
thought
it
you
takes $30,000 to bring us back, then I would. That's what I said. But no, it's a very delicate situation. And no, we didn't steal anything from her. No, we did
But
not.
why is she saying that? Why is she saying that?
That's
Because
not a question.
there was a video where she actually had the accountant on, and the lady showing the receipts.
There was an accountant on?
That was Lil Tamika mama.
Oh, okay. No, she's
The white
not an
lady?
account-
Yeah, that's Lil Tamika mama.
That's yeah. No, she's
That's-
not an
that's
account.
Tiny
She said
mama.
that all the checks went to you and your husband.
That's not true.
So one thing that Tamika's mama said was that she alleged that you and Rocky changed the address to your apartment in New York versus her house in Hampton. Did that happen?
First of all, my sister didn't live in New York, and no, all of us were staying with my mother, but no.
Well, she said she didn't know who Edwin or Edward Bivens it was, and she found out that was your husband.
Okay, well, everybody knows it's not true.
Everybody know what's not true.
Edward Bivens, come on now.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Okay.
I know his name.
Well,
Rocky.
she does.
Oh. Well, let me just interject and say what I've been saying the whole time. Even when Kandi, Tasha, and Tiny came on Dish Nation, I've been around y'all since I was kids, and what I do know to be true is no matter what you did or said when we was little, your sister would definitely take your side, whether you was right or wrong.
And vice versa.
And I guess that's how sisters do, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it was, so that made it like 2 against 2, and it made it, because to me, you always seem like the person everybody had to listen to, I guess because you was the oldest. But Kandi always seemed to be the one that was hurt and slighted because they had to take your side and follow what you said do.
You said Kandi was hurt and slighted?
Yeah, slighted because everybody took your side because you kind of was the leader of the group.
Right, but on what, in what instance can you say that about?
Remember we used to be on tour and stuff like years ago. Just Kandi would just always seem like she would be sad. Just, I don't know, different instances. Like, we was on tour for a long time. We did a lot of stuff together back in the day when we was kids.
I don't remember her being sad though.
Really?
No.
Oh, I think I've seen her be sad a lot and kind of like down.
And are you saying that that's because of me, Brett?
I'm saying because they took your side most of the time. It seems like. Because even if you wasn't right or if you was wrong, your sister would always take your side, and you was like the leader of the group back then. Was you not like the leader back then?
Well, at the end of the day, that's my sister, and most times when you have a sibling, that's the bond that you have. It's not so much as trying to bully anybody. It's just that's how we were brought up. That's the bond. As far as me being the leader, I've always been that person who when it comes down to it, musical, making sure everybody was on their notes and stuff like that. So when you're speaking, I don't know what instance you're speaking about, but
okay. Well, I'm just speaking from what I did witness about her being like sad and stuff.
I'm sorry to hear that.
All right, y'all. We got.
She was sad.
Yeah,
I think she said that. I actually rewatched the other show. What's the other one y'all did before this one? And I think she was like almost crying, saying, "How could you not see when she was sad? She was sad all the time, and she felt attacked all the time, or something like that."
Oh, okay. Well, no, I don't remember that. I remember her saying that she felt like we didn't have a bond, she and I.
Right.
We got LaTocha Scott in with us this morning. We got more questions. Big show with Xscape and SWV going on, all of the stuff in the confusion about the money, the checks, the affairs, the tapes, whole lot more stuff coming up. You don't want to miss it. Ricky Smiley, the morning show.
For your time, because this was kind of spontaneous. But my question to you, Latasha, is I went to your Instagram, heard your beautiful new gospel record, and you sound amazing. You look amazing.
Thank you.
What would you like to see happen in terms of the drama happening with your sisters in Xscape and you all coming to a resolution? Do you see you all coming back together so that it's not a distraction from you trying to promote this gospel album?
Just that, a resolve, us coming back together, understanding that all of us have to be held accountable for the things that we've said and done, and just communicate, in a way where it's not the pointing of the fingers, but if it's something that you have to say, get it off your chest and just keep it moving. Because really, I really like to apologize because the fans don't really need this. It's supposed to be about the music, but it's not that. And when it came down to this reality stuff, I'm a singer. I'm not. This reality thing ain't me. Thought that it was going to be different, but not. But I would love for us to get to a resolve. I've reached out to my sister, everything. So it's not me trying to hide anything or run away from something. It's just, I guess, time. I ask that you guys would pray for my family. Pray for me and my sister. That to me, family is everything outside of everything that's going on. I love her, and I just, if y'all can do anything else, since everybody want to judge, pray for us.
They always do the front page right here, but we just got a little situation this morning, and we got the one and only Kandi Burruss on the phone. Kandi, good morning.
Good morning.
What you doing, riding around listening to the radio?
Listen, I'll be listening to y'all on my app. What do you mean?
That's what's
I
up.
was tripping. That interview was very interesting.
Why you say
and
that?
why was it interesting? What are your thoughts?
It was a couple things. I didn't understand what she said. Everybody knew it not to be true, and they were saying that his name was Edward Bivens because his name is Edward Bivens. So I was like, what is she talking about? Or was she trying to say Tiny Mama knew his name? I didn't know what she meant.
So, Kandi, what hurt me, I was saddened by, y'all didn't send her the memo she said for the dress.
She still saying that?
Yeah, she said she didn't get the memo.
Well, child, she didn't send her sister the memo that she was kicking off the record deal either. But hey, I mean, I don't know.
So, Kandi, what are your thoughts on when Latasha said that she feels like she's being bullied right now?
I don't even understand why she feels like, okay, she actually did an interview the other day calling Tamika a liar and basically saying if it's true that she took the money to post the receipts. And that is why Tamika posted the full video of her on YouTube showing receipts of where they had changed Tamika's address, signed the back of Tamika's checks, and deposited them. If she had not kept, kind of like baiting Tamika would have never done that. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are like, why is Tamika posting it now? Well, Tasha asked her to. You know what I mean? I guess she thought Tamika wouldn't really show the evidence or whatever, but Tamika did. So it's just like, as far as anything else, I hate when people do things or, and then they want to come back and play victim. It's like, you're the one that's saying some things and people and we respond.
Right.
As simple as that.
If you had to guess, Kandi, how much, because Tamika said that she was being nice when she said that the check was for $30,000. She said she was just being nice by saying that. If you had to guess about how much money you think was stolen, if you had to guess.
Well, I don't know how many checks were going to them before she realized it, because basically we received the checks kind of like multiple times a year. And so in the beginning when they first came, because we were late finding out about Sound Exchange, the first couple of checks were a hefty amount because it was like back pay, you know what I mean, for what they had already been collecting. So I can't give you an actual number just simply because I don't know how many checks they received on her behalf.
Right.
Oh my God. Brett,
so my question to you,
Brett.
Kandi, is, you've experienced so much success individually, not just as an artist, but also as an entrepreneur. We've seen Tiny do really great things. You think that like Latasha feels like this is her time to shine as an individual, like she never got the opportunity that maybe you and Tiny had, or could that be behind all of this?
Well, I think at the end of the day, we all get the same 24 hours. So just because somebody else was able to accomplish something more, it is what it is. Everybody what comes to you is because is what you work for. You know what I mean? Now, does she probably feel like it's her moment that she needs to do what she needs to do? That is possible. And I don't even think there's anything wrong with her wanting to do a gospel record. It's just, for us, it's just every time it's time for her to do a solo project, it's the attitude that comes with it. You know what I mean? It's like, as far as her doing gospel, like, we all wish her success. We hope that she does, well or whatever. We're in a bad place, obviously. It's playing all out on television. It's playing all out on social media. But we've been having these problems. We just
that's
for
what
so
I
long.
tried to say. I've tried to say that.
You're
But
right.
she tried to
right,
make it
Brett.
like, Brett, you loved on me. That don't mean I loved all of y'all. That don't never mean that. I'm just saying everybody did have like a fear for her. And it is what it is. Like, I ain't got to lie, Craig. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, girl. And I told her I watched Xscape Still Kicking It last night, some of the episodes again. And when you tried to talk to her and let her know that you've always felt like that, you've always felt kind of like, you know what I'm saying, your feelings got hurt a lot. They always took sides, and you know, and your how you felt got pushed to the back because Tasha was the leader of the group, and she's like, well, I didn't know that. Yes, you did. I just watched it. Y'all talked to each other face to face. Y'all both was crying. It was a great scene. You know what I'm saying? But now she's saying she don't remember that. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'ma just.
Well, she can go back and watch the first season.
That's what I'm saying. It's right there. It was the two of y'all. So I don't know what. And then Rocky jumped on and said, "I know him. I know of him, and I know him from being with R. Kelly and growing up in Chicago and stuff. But I don't know what he does in his personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can't vouch for anything that anybody does, or I don't know what goes on. I mean, I hear a lot of stuff, but right now the show is what's airing, and this is what we're going off of, what we see.
Yeah.
So
everybody that's tuning in. For everybody that's tuning in, we got Kandi Burruss on the phone, and then we just for the record, we got some clips when we were in the commercial break that we recorded because we continued the conversation during commercial. In that part of the interview, I have not aired yet. We talked about another 6 minutes. So, Kandi, will the group be doing anything else, or is Xscape going to be done?
Well, Xscape got a lot of shows coming up. It's just the three of us without Tasha. So, like this weekend, we in DC. We got shows coming up all across the country over the next few months. And, you know, unfortunately, right now, we're just not in a place where, you know, Tasha will be performing with us. So, it's just the three of us. We gonna still be killing it, still bringing it like we have been. We've been doing shows without her for a minute.
Oh, but, yeah, we know you gonna do that, Kandi, for sure.
So Kandi, when Lionel Richie left the Commodores, they got another dude that looked kind of like Morris Day to fill in for Lionel Richie. Are y'all gonna be doing any auditions for somebody to, because the show got to go on?
To be honest, we don't really feel like we need to do that because realistically, Tamika can sing all her sister's parts. And it's no shade to Tasha, but she can't, Tamika is very capable of singing all her sister's parts. So,
Kandi, I'm not trying to be messy or nothing. Would y'all even consider letting Miss Juicy come out there and sing a couple of songs?
Of course. Miss Juicy, definitely. We got to get her outfit made.
So what would it take for reconciliation, Kandi? Because at the end of the day, I mean, it's, people feel like it's entertaining to see the back and forth, but I hear the pain in your voice. I hear the pain the concern, not the pain, the concern in both of y'all voices. Yeah, the concern, because they're sisters. And as black women, we want to see y'all come together. It may need to be a different version of sisterhood than y'all had before. But what would you say it would take for reconciliation for y'all to find just a peaceful resolve?
I think it really starts with the sisters. You know what I mean? It starts with them. They have to work out. They have a lot to unpack or whatever between them. And then conversations after that can be had. As far as Tasha and I, we ain't never really got along since we were kids. And just like Bray already explained to you, it's like I'm used to this. You know what I mean? And I don't think she ever really cared when things upset me. But, it's different when it's her and her sister. So if I just feel like if the two of them figure it out, then later on, we can all have conversations. But honestly, right now, everybody just needs to take a break and let some time pass.
In space, yeah.
Well, Kandi, do you think y'all would ever get back together again and maybe just do a gospel album together, all four of y'all?
Lord, well, what's going on right now? I ain't giving gospel, friend. It's not giving gospel.
Not at all.
No.
Not at all.
It's not giving gospel.
Hey, you never know what could possibly happen. I just, right now, I don't see it, to be honest with you. Okay. I don't see it.
All right, Kandi, tell everybody about the show and how can they follow the show and anything that you're doing, and how can they follow you on social media?
Okay, thank you. Well, we're on the show SWV and Xscape, the Queens of R&B, and that's every Sunday night on Bravo at 8 p.m. You can watch all the repeats on the Peacock app, streaming app. And then if you want to catch us on tour, Xscape, then you can just go to Ticketmaster and pull up Xscape. We got all our shows that's coming up on there. I hope we get to see you guys soon. And follow me on social media at Kandi, Kandi. And we're on DC on Saturday. I think the show is almost sold out though.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up and show your love for the one and only Kandi Burruss.
So you had to listen to basically the two interviews. I thought Gary with the T, Ricky Smiley, and the Brett had very good questions for her, even though they didn't really ask them in the right context. We knew, us as the general listening public knew where they were going with the questions. Latasha was very dismissive. She didn't really answer any questions. Like I've been saying, at this point, she just needs to be quiet. Pay her sister her money and be quiet. She's still sticking with the lie that she didn't steal any money, even after her sister has come out with receipts. Now, Tamika says she's not going to do anything else. She's done. She just wanted to prove that she was telling the truth. I don't know what else is in store for Tamika. She's really on a lying tour. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure you hit the notification bell, like, share, and subscribe.